And I'm back with another Front Row Talk podcast, the podcast with expensive opinions. Before I get started, make sure you subscribe, you like, you comment, and you share this video. Check the description down below where I have my link for my Instagram and my TikTok. Where I post clips of each and every single podcast episode. This is episode 93, first episode of 2024. For those watching, Happy New Year's. Not to make this a long intro, but I hope this new year brings, everything your heart desires. Keep God first, do what you gotta do, stay focused. And yeah, I'm gonna keep on coming with these podcast episodes, God willing, this year. We have some more football left, soon coming to an end, sadly. But, of course, here another week giving my prediction. And this is the last prediction of the regular season. So prediction number 18, week 18, 18 of the, of all the weeks of football. But this is the last one for the regular season. Next week, or I don't know if it's next week specifically, but the prediction after this will be for the playoffs for the NFL. Before I get started, make sure you tune in to last episode, episode 92, where I gave my week 17 predictions. And the episode before that, and before that, and before that. I've been doing the whole season, like I said, but let's get started with this episode. So, since it's the last week of the NFL for the regular season, like I said, I want to switch it up a little bit. I will be giving my week 18 predictions of each and every game. But before I do that, I want to name my top 10 NFL teams. This is a list that I came up with help of the internet, of course, and also what I've been seeing throughout the whole 18 weeks, as in like throughout games, and yeah, how teams respond after losing or after winning, how consistent they are, and yeah. So, I will be giving my top 10 NFL teams. You may not agree, you may agree with some of them, but this is my list. Let me know what you think of the list. Now, top 10, so from 10 being the worst or not the best to 1 being the best. This off rip, this is going to shock a lot of people, but I got the Philadelphia Eagles at number 10, and that's because I feel like they did like they was doing their thing at the beginning, but after like for the past 4 or 5 weeks, sorta, yeah, 4 or 5 weeks, their defense been like shaky. So has their offense. They just lost to the Cardinals, if I'm not mistaken, and it just seems like they was losing control of like the the momentum that they had, and they fell down from seeding. So, and I just feel like it's a lot of different, it's a lot of holes in the team when it comes to like just like I said, the defense, the offense, all around. It just didn't seem like they kept their foot on the gas, and I feel like these other 9 teams are definitely better. Not, I mean, a tad better, and then a lot better, of course, as I go down the list. But I just feel like they're at number 10. Now at number 9 we got the Chiefs. This season, it's clear as day the Chiefs haven't been what they should be or what they have been in the previous seasons. We know that the Chiefs, they just won a Super Bowl last year, and with the quarterback they have, they've won 2 Super Bowls already. Amazing quarterback. Patrick Mahomes is not the problem at all. But I have the Chiefs at number 9. Why, you may ask yourself? Like I said, it's a bit obvious, but everybody's dropping the ball. We get hints of their offense here and there, especially when they run the ball. But I don't feel like they're at their full potential offensively because of the receivers. Some people will say it's the play calling, and they've lost to teams that they're supposed to beat. You know what I'm trying to say? Even Kelsey, has had certain games where, he's like a bit shaky, and and I'm not gonna point the finger to Patrick Mahomes because these is the same, passes that throws, that he throws the ball amazingly, So I'm not gonna say that he's throwing the ball worse this season or whatever the case may be. It's genuinely just like slipping, through the wide receivers, the tight ends, or hands or whatever. And they've just had a lot of moments where it's like head scratching, because you expect the Chiefs to be a top, at least top five team. You know, they might perform in the playoffs. I mean, you got Patrick Mahomes. You can never down Patrick Mahomes. But the problem is the guys. It's a team sport. So will the guys he's playing with, do their thing? Their offense is really good. I mean, I feel like their offense is definitely up there. But when it comes to the defense, I mean, their defense is pretty good. Their defense is pretty good. But when it comes to their offenses, that's where like they're a bit, questionable in certain areas. Like I said. Now we got the Dolphins at number 8. So, top 10, like I said, 10 being like the worst, and then as I go down the list, to 1 being the best. So the Dolphins at number 8. To be quick with this one, I mean, the Dolphins are a good team. The only thing is that now they're facing a lot of injuries. Of course, if players was out there, they would have a better chance at winning games. If you're missing good players, is gonna cost you, is gonna hurt you in games. But also, I mean, I feel like on the road the Dolphins are not what we think they are. I mean, they just lost badly to the Ravens, like badly, 56-19 if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I mean, it's been throughout the whole season, not just the Ravens. So their offense is good. I mean, Tyreek is having a amazing season. He's having a great season. And it's one of those teams where like the quarterback could just throw the ball 50, 60 yards, and comfortably say that the wide receiver is gonna catch the ball. I mean, like I said, like Tyreek really just put it on this season. So when you have a guy like Tyreek, I mean, the offense just flows. And yeah, but on the road they're not it. And when they face competition, they're like a bit questionable. So that's why I have them at number 8, 10, 8. Now 7, we got the Lions. Lions are good competition to anybody. I feel like they're one of those teams that catch you by surprise. They have a good offense, for sure. They have a good offense. Their quarterback could be, questionable at times, but like I said, they catch you by surprise. It's definitely a team that you don't want to play around with. It could be sleepers in a lot of people's eyes, but the Lions, they should have won against the Cowboys that last game. If you watch the game, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, the Lions, they're at 7. Like I said, I feel like they have better offense than the Dolphins, the Chiefs, and the Eagles. Their defense is cool, but the offense is really why I have them at number 7. Now, number 6, I got the Rams. The Rams are a sneaky playoff team as well. Their offense is super tough. What's that guy's name? Damn, I forgot his name. I think he's a receiver or a tight end. But I mean, them guys catch the ball. Like the Rams catch the ball. Like when you compare the Chiefs and the Rams, like one team catches the ball, the other one drops too much. But them guys definitely catch the ball, and they have a good running game as well. So I have the Rams at 6, and I feel like their defense, I mean, is without a doubt really good. They're another team that you don't really want to play. They'll catch you by surprise. You don't want to play around with them. Then at number 5, I got the Browns. The Browns is a team that I personally have a lot of respect for because, Joe Flacco, their quarterback, he used to be a Raven. I'm a Ravens fan, and he's really put it on. And you got Cooper, who's, I mean, have been having great games this season. And their defense is insane. Like, they got Garrett. Their defense is different. And yeah, I mean, I feel like because of their defense and what they're doing offensively, they're not supposed to be doing that, especially with Joe Flacco. Not saying Joe Flacco's not good, but they're a solid good team. I feel like their defense is really why I have them at top 5. They arguably have like top 5 best defense in the league. And they're a gritty team. They're a team that they're gonna play hard each and every single game. So I got the Browns at 5. Now these last 4 teams, these teams are really really good. Well, I'm gonna leave it for the top 3 because it sounds better. And number 4 always, chokes a bit. I'm not no hater of the team, but I got the Cowboys at number 4. I know a lot of people hate the Cowboys. Some people have reasons, some don't. I mean, I don't know, but Cowboys is number 4 on this list. Their passing is insane. I mean, CeeDee Lamb just got drug tested that game against the Lions that they beat the Lions. He had like 200 and something yards. Dak was just feeding him the ball. When they really got it good. I mean, their defense great as well. Their defense lacks a little bit. I mean, there's times where they really just let the opponent's offense just run through them. But offensively though, they're really doing their thing. Their quarterback was in MVP conversations about like 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. So the Cowboys is really up there, and they're a team that when I said chokes, I mean when they get to the playoffs, they really don't get too far. I mean, probably after the second round they out, just because it always something that happens, or they choke. I mean, you know what that means. If you know what that means, you know. If you don't, it basically means when you expect them to do something, or they have a lead, or they have control of the game, and then it just slips out their hands. So yeah, I got the Cowboys at number 4. Shout out to CeeDee Lamb though, he's super tough. Now these is my top 3 teams. At number 3, I got the Bills. Buffalo Bills. They definitely flipped the switch, and it's really funny that I got them at number 3, because their situation is a bit funny. I'm gonna get to that when I predict later on who they face in the last week. But the Bills flipped the switch. I think they'll make the playoffs. I hope they make the playoffs. That'll be nice because they're really a good team. I mean, their offense is super hard to stop. When Allen is going, he's going. And they got good defense, but their running game is insane. They got a real good running game. Sometimes their offense is really sloppy, but like I said, I have a lot of respect for the Buffalo Bills, even though a lot of other people say that they're a team that chokes as well. But they flipped the switch. They beat good teams as well, and even though Josh Allen wasn't really in MVP conversations, he's been doing pretty good this season. Now these last 2 teams, number 2 and number 1, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious by now. If you don't know who number 2 is the 49ers, San Francisco 49ers. Much respect to the 49ers. Their team is complete. I'm talking about special teams, offense, defense. They have a great quarterback. A lot of people say he's not a game changer or whatever, it's and the third, but he's good enough to, have them at number 2 and have them at the number 1 seed. So, yeah, 49ers, I mean, there's not really much I could explain about the 49ers. I feel like it's self-explanatory. You got McCaffrey, you got Debo, you got Brock, you got Kittle, if I'm not mistaken. You got Ayuk, if I'm not mistaken. And then you got the defense. They're a great team. They could make the Super Bowl. I really think, this team and then the team that's at number 1 might be the Super Bowl matchup. So yeah, like I said, if you don't know why the 49ers at number 2, I mean, you should know. If you don't know, then I guess you're just not tuned in. And then at number 1, I'm a fan, but I'm pretty sure we could all agree that the Baltimore Ravens is the number 1 team in the NFL at the moment. They have the MVP quarterback, without a doubt MVP. And I know I said 49ers is complete, but the Ravens is complete. They have great running game, and they're dealing with a lot of injuries too. All these teams is dealing with injuries. I mean, it's football. But I feel like the Ravens are dealing with a lot of injuries. You got Mitchell, a rookie running back, Andrews, tight end. I think you got somebody from the O line. I think you have like a wide receiver. Yeah, but 49ers. The Ravens are super duper complete. Record says it all. I think we have the best record in the NFL. Um, we beat teams we were supposed to beat. We went on the road and did our thing. I mean, Lamar's all time record is just as good as Brady's. Um, yeah, like defense good, special teams good, offense good. I still haven't really seen a floor. I still feel like it becomes a struggle a tad bit to play from behind for the Ravens, but we haven't been in a position to play from behind, as in like being down a lot, because we make sure that we stop our opponent and don't let them score, whatever the case may be. But yeah, the Ravens is number one team right now. For the regular season, it's gonna stay like that. I don't think even if we lose our next game, we'll go down for that. Um, and yeah, that's my top 10. Let me know what you think. Uh, I felt like it was the right time to give my top 10 after the whole regular season. And let me know if you agree or disagree. Now, after I gave my top 10, I could have left the top 10 after the predictions, but I felt like doing the top 10 first. I felt like it would set the tone. You have my point of view on the teams. And I could have went in depth more on the reason why, but I feel like it's a solid list. Now, week 18 out of 18, you have Steelers versus Ravens on Saturday. It's interesting that our last game is on a Saturday, but Saturday, January 6th. It's interesting because I don't know if we're gonna play. I mean, I think we should play the backup. I don't know if we're playing our starters. I don't even think Lamar might play. If he plays, I hope he just plays the first and second quarter. I do not want him to play all 4 quarters. There's no need for him to play all 4 quarters, or he just might not play at all. So it's interesting because if we lose, it's fine. Like, it's cool. I mean, we locked the number one seed. But if Steelers win and Bills lose, I think Bills is out the playoffs. Hold on, I took a screenshot of this so I could talk about it on our episode. Let me see, where is it at? So yeah, for the Bills to make, I know I said I was gonna get to it when I'm still gonna give my prediction for the Bills game, but the Bills can either make the playoffs as a 2 seed or miss the playoffs. And so if Bills beat the Dolphins, they're 2 seed and play Miami in the first round. But if Bills lose to the Dolphins, they need Jaguars or Steelers to lose to get into the playoffs. And then they would be 6 or 7 seed and play at Miami or at Kansas City in first round. So it's so much different outcomes. Like, it's ridiculous. This is when football really gets interesting. So that ties into our game, because if we just say F it and not play our starters, then Steelers have a great chance to win. I mean, Steelers defense is really, really good defense. And we can afford to lose at that point. It's whatever. And we're not risking injury by playing our starters and stuff. So if we do play our starters, at least for like the first half, I got us winning. And even then, Steelers could pick it up. It depends how our backup, play. But if I'll say I got us, but I really don't care if we win or lose. To be honest, it does matter though. Like I said, it's so much at stake. But I feel like Steelers have a better chance to win because of our situation. We could afford to like not play the starters, so I'll say I got us winning and Steelers losing, so I can see the Bills in the playoffs. I feel like Bills in the playoffs is better than the Steelers in the playoffs. Yeah, I would like to see Josh Allen play either Miami or Kansas City, cause who wouldn't? Yeah, so I got the Ravens winning. I would like the Ravens to win. Um, yeah. Now moving on, Texas and Colts. I know this game also affects. I feel like every game affects the standings. I don't know which one specifically this one affects. But this is also on Saturday. I'm gonna go with the Texans. I want the Texans to win. You got Jaguars and Titans. So this also ties into the Bills, because if if Jacksonville loses, Bills is in. So I'm gonna go for the Titans. But then it's like Trevor Lawrence is my second favorite quarterback. So I would like for him to win. So it's like so 50-50 right now. But I'm gonna pick the Titans because I feel like the Bills are better equipped than the Jaguars to go to the playoffs. So I got Titans winning. Then you got Vikings and Lions. I got the Lions winning. You got Falcons and Saints. I'm gonna go with the Saints. You got Jets and Patriots. Both teams is out, but I'm gonna go with the Jets. You got Buccaneers and Panthers. I got the Bucks. You got the Browns and the Bengals. I think the Bengals is eliminated. So I mean, the Browns could win. I give it to the Browns. Even though I'm pretty sure that even if the Bengals win, it'll affect the Browns. But I got the Browns winning. You got the Bears and the Packers. I got the Bears. Let me see something real quick. Oh no, I got the Packers. I think the Packers have a chance to be in the playoffs. Please correct me if I'm wrong. So yeah, I got Cowboys and Commanders. I got the Cowboys, Broncos, and Raiders. Um, I think Raiders also probably have a chance to make it, but I'll go with the Raiders. I'm not too sure if they have a chance or not. Then you have Eagles and Giants. I'm gonna go with the Eagles. I think the Eagles will beat the Giants again. Eagles and Giants last played for Christmas, if I'm not mistaken, and I think they'll beat the Giants again, even though they almost lost to the Giants. Now you have the Seahawks and Cardinals. I'm gonna go for the Seahawks. You got Rams 49ers. Um, I got the 49ers beating the Rams. You got Chiefs and Chargers. This should be interesting. Because the way, like I said, the way the Chiefs is playing, they're like, I'm not even gonna say they're playing with their food, but it's just more so like the offense is like so streaky, as in like they're good and then they're bad for a long time. So it's like it clicks and then it doesn't. So I got the Chiefs winning, but I would not be surprised if the Chargers win, because like I said, Patrick Mahomes is probably so frustrated. He's not that type of guy to point fingers or like, he's more on the chill side of things. I mean, personality kind of says it. Even though everybody gets frustrated at times, but I got the Chiefs winning, but I would not be surprised if the Chargers win, and then the Chiefs just go in there and like drop everything or commit turnovers or whatever the case may be. And then last but not least, you got the Bills and Dolphins. That's the last game. That's Sunday, January 7th at 8:20. I like the Bills to win. I got the Bills beating the Dolphins. The Bills have to win. If they don't, I'm pretty sure they're out. Like I said, I already explained the scenario and stuff. And yeah, that's my Week 18 predictions. Last week of NFL football of the regular season. And it's so much scenarios. Like I said, I'm pretty sure for some of the other games I predicted, it's like same type of situation, kinda. But I'll be here for another 20-30 minutes if I get to explaining each and every scenario and how it affects each and every team. But we're closer to the playoffs, and I'm super duper excited. I'm definitely gonna be giving my prediction for the playoffs. And yeah, that's really it. Let me know what you think. Let me know who's gonna win each and every game this week. And let me know if you agree with that top 10 list, cause I feel like it's pretty solid list. And yeah, make sure you subscribe, you like, you comment, you share this video. Make sure you check the link down in the description where I have my link for my Instagram and my TikTok. This is episode 93. It's your boy ssalcita, and I'm out.